Hi, everybody. What's up, Buttercup? What's good? What's good for me is this guy right here. He's my service dog. Right here. And on a day that has not been going well for me, he's been the piece that I've really needed. And sometimes I think that people don't understand the difference between a PTSD service dog, a mental health service dog, and a non-service dog, or just a general dog that's for your one that makes you feel good. An actual mental health service dog, a PTSD service dog, helps someone who has PTSD by helping change watching their breathing and watching their heart rate and helping them calm down when they're having panic attacks, among other things. And I've just had a very bad day. He's not just a PTSD service dog. I have some disabilities too that he helps me with. But one of the things that I do with him is I work with my therapist on my PTSD and things that he can help me with. Today's been really hard because we've been planning a trip. And we've been planning a trip that involved flying. And, well, I was in New York for 9/11. I saw the first plane. And I was with a group of students, and I was greatly affected by it. As a teacher, when you have a group of students, you can't show how affected you are by something when you're trying to take care and protect your students. So when I was affected by it, I had to take care of the kids. I had to show them that nothing was wrong until we knew their parents were okay. Even though I didn't know if my then husband was okay. It was a hard time. We were on a field trip. We were out overnight, and we didn't even know if we could get back because the bridges had closed. So now that there's all of this talk about understaffed airports and understaffed air flight, the people who bring the airlines in, words. Anyway, and the fact that there are even airports that are being suggested that we don't even fly to right now. I heard a statistic that in the first 100 days, there's been, of President Trump's presidency, there's been 8 airline crashes, and normally there's none. That's a lot. And in part, it's because of all of the layoffs of people on the airlines. And when I already have PTSD dealing with airplanes, it's ridiculous. And then for me to think, I'm going to be okay for flying, I realized that's not going to happen. And as a result, after talking to my therapist today and being and then having a really bad reaction this afternoon, a panic attack, my dog helped me, and all of those things, I realized that on our trip that my partner and I are planning in July, I'm not going to be able to fly. I'm need to be honest with myself. We all need to be honest with who we are. And between the fact that when I have a panic attack, I react physically, and it reacts within my body as well as having problems with breathing and things like that. It would make for an awful vacation because I wouldn't be able to enjoy the vacation. We decided that we are going to drive for the trip. And I think that's the right decision, especially since the airline that we were going to fly on was the airline that had pieces fall off in midair recently. It's just a little too scary for me to fly. But my good thing is my service dog. I'll show you again. Here he is. He is the cutest little thing. And service dogs in the United States are an odd thing because the United States is like the only place in the world that you could train your own service dog. And unfortunately, that means that some people don't understand that means you have to actually train them. The service dogs still need to meet an actual need for your disability for it to be your service dog. And as a result, some people are bringing into stores and restaurants dogs that aren't trained and saying, oh yeah, they're my service dog. And it's becoming a problem for people like me who have self-trained their service dog. But I self-trained my service dog, one, to meet my needs, both my PTSD needs and my disability needs. And I have trained him to socially, when we're out and about, to meet the standards that were set by the international service dog standards. And when people see him, they're all like, oh, he's so well behaved. And that makes me sad because all service dogs should be well behaved. And if your dog is out and about and you're treating him as a service dog and you don't need a service dog and you haven't trained him to be a service dog, you are committing a crime. And you could have to pay a fine, but more than that, you could be taking away from people like me who are disabled and who do need to be able to bring their dog into public places. So the good thing is that for me today has been my dog, my service dog. And he has been right by my side. There he is again, right by my side, helping me with my PTSD, which is acting horribly today. Now, I do have another dog. She's by me too, but she's not glued to my side because she's not my service dog. She's just my dog. She's over there. See? You can see her. She's way over there. That's the difference between a service dog and a dog. A regular dog may be with you. A regular dog may hang out with you. A service dog is there when you need the dog, and does the things that you've trained the dog to do. And he's my good thing today. He's the thing that I have really needed today and has been right there with me today. So what's good for you today? Please let me know below. I really do want to know the things that are good with you. And also, I'm including my address, my post office box address below. I would love it if you sent me books that were really good for you or anything else that's really good. And I will open them online and would love that. Be the bee's knees and the cat's pajamas, and there's nobody else who could do that but you. Have a great day. Bye.